Hi, YouTubies! It's me, Zachary Michael. Also, how are you doing? How are you doing? Well, I hope. Today we're gonna react to Anna from Only in My Dreams, and it's been a while. It's been a while, and I also will say, based on what Lisa said, in her most recent video that I didn't react to, but I watched on my own time, it sounds like something's going on with Karen. So if y'all could put some, for better or worse, even my enemies, I want to be in good health, okay, and I want the best. So if y'all could put prayers in the chat for Karen, for K's for Karen, that'd be great. Or just positive thoughts into the world for Karen. But I told Twitch I wanted to say something before we started reacting today, and that wasn't even it. It just like came to my mind as I clicked record. That wasn't even it. That wasn't even it. What I will say, what I will say, prior to getting into this video today. So this is called Mornings with Anna, The Border and More. I think Mornings with Anna is some kind of like some kind of series or something she's trying to do on her channel. I'm not entirely sure what Mornings with Anna are, but I do know that this video in particular today is about the border and immigration. And I do know that Anna says a lot of things. I haven't watched it, but I've seen some discourse from some people in the Twitch community about it. And so I guess I want to give a little bit of like, this is your content warning, heads up that's what's being discussed in this video today.
Love my cream all wheat.
I'm really not looking forward to hearing her opinion. TBH.
Honestly, same. Honestly, same. Beef Biz Flap 69. Thanks for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. I feel similarly. And the second part of what I was going to say before we get started is that I am not by any means an expert on immigration. I am not going to be able to provide like facts and figures in this reaction. That's just not something I have the capacity to do right now. I will tell you my general feelings about immigration is that I have a lot of people in my life that I've met over time, either through working at the college I used to work at, or just also some of my personal friends that are immigrants, or they are the children of immigrants. And because of that, like, I care a lot about immigrants, and I think that anybody who is making the choice to leave their country to go to a brand new place where they may not know the language, where they are completely unfamiliar, they're not doing that lightly, and that's my feelings about immigration. Okay, all right, and that's just where I'm coming from going into this. Okay, all right. Many of us in chat are children of immigrants, if not immigrants ourselves, and we care deeply about this subject. We aren't being hateful toward Anna, just criticizing her takes. Absolutely. No one is illegal on stolen land. Also true. So just some things to think about and consider. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I say all of that because oftentimes when conversations like this happen, I think sometimes people are like, you don't have the facts, and I'm like, we were just talking about this before Twitch, or before I started recording this episode while we were on Twitch. And, like, human rights to me shouldn't be politicized, but they are. And when it comes to just treating people good, I think we should. And so, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, that's me saying a whole lot without having watched anything. So from this point on, we'll just see what she has to say, and then we'll see what thoughts I have. And I guess I also am saying all of this to say that if it all feels like too much, I may just stop watching at some point too. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I'm preparing myself for the worst, because I don't trust Anna to have great takes on any of this. You know? You feel me? All right. So, if y'all are ready to get started and you're ready to watch and you're ready to see what the old Anna only in my dreams has to say today, you can go ahead and put your 69s in the chat now.
Love my cream of wheat.
I, for one, am very interested in Anna's opinion on Borders bookstore.
You know what P is for Poa Poa? Anna having an opinion on the bookstore called Borders would actually make a lot more sense than whatever opinion she's about to give here. Her having an opinion on a place to go buy books when, like, most of her channel is her shopping hauls, that would make a lot more sense, you know? That would make so much more sense if she was doing a Borders book haul. That would make a lot more sense, for real. Not best poops of my life were in a Borders bookstore. Get out of here. I can't take her seriously with the dollhouse in the background. The dollhouse is very fascinating.
Love my cream of wheat.
So excited to see how she plans to stop me from taking a wrong exit into Canada by accident.
Carly, thanks for the bits. Appreciate it. Oh my god, I still didn't update the pee-pee poo-poo emotes in my chat. Shay's gonna give me a stern talking to. Maybe I'll just have to do it like immediately after we get done today. All right, let's get to. Shall we? Shall we? Is she all the way turned up? All the way turned up. She is. All right, here we go.
Hello and welcome back to Mornings with Anna. How you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing great.
I'm good
Today
right now.
I came on here so I could talk about a few things that are on my...
I'm good right now, Anna, but you have the power to change that. So you better not change that.
My mind. I know these are subjects that are kind of touchy, and if you don't want to talk about what's happening in the world or what's happening at the border or across the pond, this will be your time to go ahead and click out. Okay.
Oh. You know what? I was about to say something sassy, but I respect it. I respect that she's giving me the. Maybe I should. Maybe this is the part where I should click off. But maybe this is the time where I should say I'm good, thanks. What if we ended right here? What if I just clicked off right here and that was the whole reaction today? Is she Canadian? No, she lives in America. I believe her family's from Puerto Rico, which is an American territory. She, I think, currently doesn't live in Puerto Rico, but I don't know where she currently lives. I can't remember. But she is American. She lives in the United States.
And I hope you do come back to see some of my other mornings or evenings with Anna, where I'll be covering other subjects. All right.
I guess going back to the Borders comment in terms of like the Borders bookstore, people are able to post whatever they want on their YouTube channels. I do think it is wild though to be like, here's the junk I bought at the Dollar Tree. and 75, 80%, 90% of your videos, and then every once in a while throw up a video. Here's what's wrong with immigration. Like, that is a huge mood shift, you know?
Okay, so anybody that wanted to leave should be gone now. All right. Let's talk briefly.
I'm still here, Anna. I'm still here.
About what's going on at the border. I'm very concerned with what's been happening at the border. I'm concerned with the amount of people that are crossing, and I'm concerned with the lack of, how could you say this? Nobody's doing any security checks. Nobody's really checking out who these people are.
Nobody. Listen, I started this off saying I don't have facts or figures, but you're making the claim that there's no checks. There's no checks anywhere. And how do you know that, Miss Ma'am? Are you at the border watching them not check people? And also, if that was the case, then why would people have to go through the lengths that they do to not go, like, you know, like all the fear mongering things that like the right and the conservative right share about, like, oh, like they're swimming through rivers and all of these things. Like, if nobody's checking at the border, then why wouldn't they just go through? I don't I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand that that as a concept at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. Interesting.
Why are they over here? Seeing if they're wanted anywhere or have had past criminal activity.
Wait, what?
Want who these people are. Nobody's doing any security checks. Nobody's really checking out who these people are. Why are they over here? Seeing if they're wanted anywhere or have had past criminal activity or anything else that would be an immediate go back. That's number one.
These people, nobody's seeing about these the way the these people of it all is something. Second of all, why is the assumption that they're all criminals? Like, why is that the assumption? Can we watch something else? Oh, I should note this was highly requested by people. I said to people, I was like, I don't know if this is something I really want to do. And people are like, please, we have to. Like, and to some extent, I do think it's important because Anna is somebody that I've covered on my channel before, right? I've covered her on my channel before, and just in the same way that, like, I'm happy to call out Chantal for being a bigot, you know, I think it is important that we discuss it. I think that that's, like, super important to still, you know, talk about. But, I at some point, if we get to it, at some point we can click out, you know,
love my cream of wheat.
Oh, she might not. I guess TTS isn't going to read your message, Jess. So this is what Jess said. Right now, for example, these people need to come to America, but some people are all, what about the strain on our resources? But it's like when I had this garden party for my father's birthday, I said RSVP because it was a sit-down dinner, but people came that didn't RSVP, so I was like totally bugging. I had to haul ass to the kitchen, redistribute the food, squish in extra place settings, but by the end of the day, it was like the more the merrier. Oh, Jess, is that from something? Oh, is that from Clueless? Is that a Clueless quote? Yeah. I don't know why TTS didn't read that out. Was there a bad word in there somewhere? I don't know why she didn't read that out. But yeah. Haul ass. It's probably because you said ass.
Two. A lot of these folks that are coming over are from countries that you wouldn't even think of. You would think that they're all coming from South America. They're not.
Okay, what's your point?
A large amount of people are coming from Europe.
Okay.
Germany.
Okay.
Haiti.
What? What's the point of this? And what's the point of this? Did she just refer to South America as a country? I guess I missed that because I'm very confused about what her point is. And also then, is this really a border issue? If you're saying that they're coming from Europe, that means they're coming by boat or plane. It's not like they're crossing a made-up border.
Dominican Republic.
How did she just pronounce that?
Dominican Republic.
Is that a way people pronounce that? Dominican Republic? Is is that is that is that the way that people pronounce that country? I've only ever heard Dominican Republic, so I don't know. But that could be my ignorance. That could be that could be that could be my ignorance, you know?
I mean, everywhere where you can imagine that's not South America, they're there. China. There's a.
I mean, this is just to be clear, also not news to me that there are immigrants that come from places that are not Mexico, that are not Central America, that are not South America. I'm just like, oh, why is this news to you, girl? Like, why are you acting surprised? I worked at the first college I worked at after I graduated from grad school. A third of the student population was some form of international student, and they came from all different kinds of countries with also the hopes of eventually like living in the United States after they finished their studies. And so I'm like very aware and cognizant that a lot of people are coming from various countries that are not just Central and South America. I'm just so confused what her point is. There's a part of me that thinks she might be conflating immigration and illegal immigration. She's not making a distinction. If I recall correctly, though, from the discourse I saw from the folks in the Twitch community, she apparently does make a distinction at some point about it, but I don't know.
It's crazy. And the amount of monies that are being provided to these people that are crossing the border on a monthly basis is mind-numbing.
How much money?
It can range anywhere between $3,000 to $9,000 a month.
Who's giving them this money? What money are we talking about? What are the facts here? I know I just said that I didn't have necessarily the facts, but I'm not the one that made the video about the border. If I came here and I wanted information about immigration, I don't feel like I'm getting it from Anna, you know? And here's the other thing, because I know that money it is like a trope of like why immigration is bad, because you know, like immigrants are coming in and you know, like getting all this money from our government. But the thing is that like even undocumented immigrants that come into the States and like work and things like that, they all still have to pay towards taxes. And like the majority of them do not like benefit from the money they're putting into taxes. Like when they work in jobs and things like that, or when they go shop at grocery stores and they have to pay sales tax and this, that, the other, like they're not getting to see the benefits from the taxes that they're paying. So I'm just very confused, like what all this money that she's talking about. That they're allegedly getting, and who's providing it.
This feels like a news anchor audition for Fox News.
It really does, Jamie. It's something. She's going for something over here.
According to where they stay. The monies cover food, shelter. They get health insurance.
Do they?
Mind you.
Bestie, how do they get health insurance when even like regular Americans don't? That feels like some fear-mongering. Where do we go to get this health insurance for free? And I also am just like, you know what? What I will say is, even if they are getting all of those things, good for them. Like, everybody should have access to food, shelter, health insurance, all of those things. And I do have to say also, though, just for the record, I can speak to like anecdotal things when it comes to immigrants, particularly in Chicago, because if you don't know, famously, Greg Abbott has been putting immigrants on buses, on planes, and sending them to like large major US cities, and Chicago being one of them. And I can tell you that even Chicago's not doing a great job of providing all of these things that Anna is talking about. Okay, like there are places set up for housing and things like that, but like we could definitely be doing way more to help these people who have found themselves in these positions. So I'm so confused what she is talking about. It's really fucking wild to me.
Let me continue before I say anything. They get daycare. They get other services.
Where are the facts,
cash.
Anna? And here, I know I said I wasn't going to have any facts. And again, I just want to remind you, I'm not the one that posted a video about this subject. Like, she is literally at this point, unless she provides some sources and information, like, if you're going to make a video like this, I feel like you should. I feel like you should have to provide some sources, some information that backs these claims up, because where's this coming from?
In Ubers for free. You name it, phones for free.
How do you know this?
You're getting credit cards to use to buy things. I want you to think about you being an American and the amount of work that you put into your life, how you go to work, you pay your bills, you're paying taxes, they take taxes out of it.
Yeah, and so are all the people, especially, like, you specifically just want to talk, like, I'm confused now, to be honest with you, if she's talking about legal immigration or folks who come over and are undocumented. Regardless, though, especially if somebody goes through all the processes for quote unquote legal immigration, okay, all those people are paying like taxes. Like, if we also specifically look at it in just like the context of what I talked about earlier, like in the context of me working at a university where we had a third of our population were students from other countries. Those students actually had to pay more to participate in college in the United States. And I don't think this is what she's talking about, for the record, but since she hasn't clarified who this particular like population of people is, I'll just share what I know from working in higher education, okay? Those students come over, have to pay considerably more, because they have to pay, first of all, they have to pay their tuition up front, okay? They have to pay it 100% up front. Like, they have to come from a family who can afford to pay it all, because they don't qualify for like federal like assistance and things like that, federal loans and whatever. So they have to pay all of that stuff up front. On top of that, they have to have, once they get here, they have to like have special visas and permissions just to even work while they're also a college student. So like, we're already talking about like extra hoops and hurdles for those people to participate. And to be quite honest, I would imagine, again, if we're talking about like quote unquote legal, you know, like we can talk about what it means and how like no person is legal or illegal, but like quote unquote legal people who come over and migrate to America, who have to like go through so many hurdles just to like get citizenship, to participate in our country. Like, it's crazy. And now that they changed the guidelines for FAFSA, it's even harder for those students. Yeah, I imagine things have changed a whole lot since I've worked in higher education too, for sure. I work in the international student office in higher ed, and students and scholars here have to file taxes even if they didn't earn money. I see so many students who struggle with finances and have to reach out to us for emergency funding. Absolutely, that was such a common occurrence at the university I worked at. Sorry, I was just waiting for the sirens to pass. As an immigrant myself, I don't want to be here. I want to be back home. Being here isn't the luxury she thinks it is. The fact that money is more important to her than the well-being of others speaks volumes about her humanity, or lack of, I should say. Yeah, I think that that's also the case. So there's certainly people who want to, like, I think in the context for students who want to come over and study here, I think a lot of them, you know, want to be, but there are also so many people who are immigrants to this country who, like, this was not their choice. This is not what they would have wanted. And I appreciate you sharing that, Wauma. As always, like, I always value your opinion, so thanks for sharing. You know, I think that that's like the result of, like, this idea that America is, like, the best place you could be. Like, a lot of Americans, like Anna, think that, like, you can't get better than America. And that, like, everybody should want to be here. But the reality is that, like, first of all, America's not the best in the world. Like, there are lots of fucked up problems with America. But here we are. It's really saddening to hear this take from her, seeing as she doesn't support the genocide of Palestinians. Is that something she said? I don't really know what her take on Israel and Palestine is. I don't know that I've seen that anywhere. Let's keep pushing. We're only 3 minutes into her video. Again, like, if I feel like we need to stop, we will stop. Honestly, truly. Like, I'm not going to sit here and make us suffer through it. But I think it is, like I said, important to discuss, since she's someone that I have talked about on the channel and acknowledged. Like, if she's got fucked up opinions, like, I think it's important to share what's going on with her, you know?
My husband had a heart attack and didn't have health insurance. But they're getting health insurance.
Who is they? Who is they? Who is they, and how do you know this?
Getting all these free monies, free services. And we're still digging out.
Yeah, that's fucked up that your husband didn't have health insurance. I agree. I think all Americans should have health insurance and access to health insurance. I don't understand what that's got to do with somebody else. Are you're saying that they don't deserve health care? Because I think we all deserve health care, your husband included. Because I don't know that, one, we can even prove that these immigrants are getting health insurance and you're not. Like, free health insurance and you're not. I don't think you can prove that. But two, take that up with your legislators who constantly are giving in to health insurance lobbyists and refusing to give access to affordable health care for us. You're mad at the wrong people. That's the whole point of this. You realize that, Anna, right? Like, the whole point is that they want you upset at the immigrants and not them. They want you upset at these made up bad immigrants in your mind, and not them for not giving your husband health insurance. Like you are very close to getting the idea, like, yeah, we should all have health care. Your husband and immigrants alike, everybody should have access to it. We shouldn't have to go in debt to be able to take care of ourselves and live a healthy life.
They haven't worked here. They haven't paid into the system. They're not even here legally. They're not paying into Social Security. They're not paying into state. They're not paying into the IRS.
That's also just false. that is just false. Because even like, undocumented immigrants pay taxes. So that, like, I can say that anecdotally from working with undocumented students at my first job like at the college I first worked at. Like, I specifically supervised undocumented students who still had to, like, have taxes taken out of their paychecks every week. So so, like, I don't know. Perhaps maybe there's somebody out there that is an undocumented immigrant who is not paying taxes. But to just say that none of them are, it's just factually not true. It's just not.
Nothing. They've done nothing to get those type of services.
And also, every single listen again, just anecdotally, but her being over here saying like they've done nothing to deserve whoever, whatever. It's just like so fucked up because, you know, I'm sure I know a lot more undocumented people than I realize, because like that's often something that a lot of people like don't share with folks, because it's just like, you know, it can be scary to share that information with people. But I'll tell you, of the people that I do know that have shared with me that they're undocumented, they are all like literally the hardest working people I know. Like literally every single one of them that I know. And again, this is just anecdotally. I can't speak to every undocumented person ever, but hardest working people, like doing so much work to get like the crumbs that they do get. So like it's infuriating. It's infuriating. Is ICE still a thing? ICE is definitely still a thing, yeah. Undocumented immigrants are often underpaid because they're undocumented and their employers know they can get away with treating them like shit. Yeah. I would love to hear what makes her worthy then of these services that others aren't worthy of them. I mean, I think going on her logic, she seems to think that just by virtue of being an American citizen makes her worthy of um of all of this, which I would say just being a person in general makes you worthy of food, shelter, clothing, health insurance, health care. like that's why I'm like, she is very close, kind of.
As a child of immigrants, we have no choice but to work hard because we aren't gonna be handed anything for free like Miss Anna's clampdown.
Love my cream of wheat.
And guess who doesn't even have a job outside of YouTube?
I mean, Jamie, listen, also the jobs on YouTube can be fruitful and productive, just for the record. No need to shame people for not having a job outside of YouTube, as somebody who doesn't have a job outside of YouTube. But I understand your point, Jamie. And Loaded T Square, Jamie, thank you both for the bits. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm struggling, y'all. we might not make it super far into this, cause like, I don't know, does she cite resources down here? Like maybe I'm missing. No resources. Nothing in the description box whatsoever. No pinned comment. I don't even want to read her comments, honestly, but it doesn't seem like she's citing any of these resources, any of these facts and figures. I've said this already, but she mentions, I think, that her family's going through a rough patch, so I think this is where all the hostility is coming from. Well, and if that is the case, like, I'm sorry to hear that her family's struggling. I mean, she did mention that her husband had a heart attack and they've been struggling to recover financially since then, and that is frustrating to me. I really do think that like people deserve healthcare. I'm very much pro healthcare for all. I wish everybody had access to it. As somebody who also is from a family that like didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up, and like decisions about going to the doctor were like, are you gonna die? Like that was like oftentimes the conversation. And so I hate that for her, but I don't think that means we have to be upset that immigrants are potentially getting access to those things. And also, like, if you're in a bad place, like Wauma said in the chat, like immigrants aren't your punching bag. Like, just because you're in a foul mood or in a rough place with your family. You know? We'll give her a couple more minutes. We'll give her a couple more minutes.
Except to cross a border.
Also, just want to remind you, so basically she's saying, from what I paused from before, like what she said before I paused was that they haven't done anything to get all of these things except to cross the border. I just also want to remind you that again, she said that they're from all over the place, meaning people went through airports, on boats, etc. to get here. And usually those things are pretty, like have pretty thorough processes to come into another country when you take like planes and boats and things like that. So just so we're clear, she's said that they're from all over the place, not just south of the border. So I just want to make sure we're all on the same page about that. Also, yeah, we could also talk about how the government's spending money on fucking wars and funding genocide. like maybe get mad about that and ask them to spend that on healthcare too.
I fear that within these groups of people that there might be cells.
What does that mean?
Sleeper cells.
Sleeper cells?
I fear that...
What does that mean? Sorry, I'm gonna look it up so I have the right. Okay, so according to Merriam-Webster, a sleeper cell is a terrorist cell whose members work undercover in an area until sent into action. Oh my god. I was having like such a good day before I turned this video on. I was having such a good day before. I think, honestly, y'all, I just can't. I just can't. Cause now it's like, it's fully just her speculating. It's fully just her speculating about conspiracy theories. Which, honestly, let's be honest, I guess shouldn't be that surprising coming from Anna. Coming from Anna, who in a cousin chat talked with Karen about if lasers came out of the sky to cause wildfires in Hawaii. Giving big racist energy. It's giving racist energy. It's giving xenophobia. It's giving classism. It's given a lot. It's given a lot.
Love my
It's
cream
given a
of
lot.
wheat.
This is giving Taylor Swift as a spy for the Pentagon.
Are people saying
Swipe
that?
IDs rise up to overthrow the government. For legal purposes, this is a joke lol.
Dr. Pepper Mike, thanks for the 100 bits. Are people do the conspiracy theorists think that Taylor Swift is a spy? Is that a thing? We need something to lighten up this atrocity before logging off. Well, maybe not for the YouTube recording, but maybe we can pull out something. Or maybe I should for the YouTube recording too. I don't know. Sorry, YouTubies. I'm so sorry that this is a downer today. I do think it's important that I share this because she's somebody that I shared on my channel, you know. But it doesn't make it any less disappointing, less tough to talk about. I don't know. You know, the YouTubies need recovery too. Well, the YouTubies can just go click on another one of my videos and watch a different reaction. Why is her video so long? Yeah, we're at 4:20. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Blaze it out of a 20-minute long video. We we didn't even make it a quarter of the way. Actually, probably about a quarter of the way. I finally made it to stream. I'm so sorry this is your first one.
Mr. Anna, what you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you
no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. I'll finish reading it, since apparently that was too long for TTS. Leggy Maggie, thanks for the 100 bits. Thanks for letting her know. Do you think Anna will watch my video? Do you think she'll watch it? Do you think... Remember when she tried to get YouTube to take down my video for copyright?
Love my cream all week.
Do you think that'll happen again?
I was trying, but she lost me at sleeper cell.
Yeah, that was... I think that's the part of... That's why I was like, I gotta quit it. Thanks so much for the 100 bits. That was a Billy Madison quote. Y'all really coming out here with these 90s movies references and the TTS. Oh my gosh. All right, everybody, say bye to Anna. YouTubies, say bye to Anna. Say bye to her. Say see you later. Sayonara. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. Adios. And YouTubies, bye. Bye, YouTubies. Subscribe.